So you mentioned your study group, and it's a group of 8
Yes.
that's been together for
7. Sorry.
7.
7.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Well, we didn't like him anyway.
Yeah.
So 7 of you who've been together for the better part of 15 years?
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the newer of the two to the group, but yes, I think even longer. The core has been around for more than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they actually, there was somebody passed
I,
and you got voted
I got
in.
lucky. I
Look at
got
that.
like I
That's
begged.
it.
I begged.
There you go. I'm sure you gravel. So talk about what that's been like, because there's a chance to both learn from others but also teach others, and that's pretty daunting. It's one thing to learn from others where you go in and you have your hand out a little bit and you take, especially from people who've been down the path before. I find it more daunting, and I'd love to hear your perspectives on having to actually bring, as you say to clients, value to the group.
Yeah.
And help inspire them, lead them.
Sure, and I think the group operates from the perspective that we all share similar outlooks in the world, whereby we give more than we take. So if you can give more than you could take, then it's actually a very enjoyable place to be. And so because we look at the 7 of us in a way in which we're always looking to give and improve one another, it's an enjoyable place to be. Now, of course, if one of the members wanted to just take, it just wouldn't work for them. It wouldn't work for the rest of the group.
Sure.
But because we're always giving,
It would probably naturally present, though.
Totally.
And you'd know going in. It's not like you're randomly thrown together without having background. And like you said, very well screened, I'm sure, before.
Totally.
So
And
it balances, it finds its equilibrium.
it does, and it's also at times a lonely business, right? When you're running a business inside of this industry, or I'm sure running businesses in other industries, and you're owning and running and operating a bit. I mean, it could be lonely at times. So it creates a forum that which you can talk to other people and maybe not find yourself so lonely at times when you want to reach out to somebody. We have standing monthly calls. We have an annual formal gathering that lasts over 4 days at times, and formal agenda tied to that. We bring in outside speakers, coupled with the probably daily text thread of just talking about life, not just the business but life. So
Sure.
it's just a lot of companionship, both personally and professionally, that I think we all get a lot out of, and it's got to be a natural thing, like you were saying. So the group has come together very naturally. You can't insert, a kind of an outlier of a personality into a group like that and expect that it's going to be a favorable outcome. So although
how important is it for not just you in your career and in your life that you've experienced this, how important would you say it is for others to maybe try and seek this out?
I'm always talking to clients in other industries, manufacturing, doctors, dentists, recycling companies. I mean, like, I'm talking to all these folks about this idea, right, of forming a study group within their respective industry. And through conversation, they love the idea, but they don't even know where to start, because oftentimes it becomes a very competitive, world. So somebody that's running a very large recycling company here in New Jersey might know somebody down in Texas that's also running. But they might look at themselves, even though they're 1,400 miles apart, they might look at themselves as competitors, and like, I don't want to open up to him, and he doesn't want to open up to me, and so it maybe never gets off the ground, right? So I think
There's a little bit of that.
Sure, which I get it,
Hoarding or
yeah,
hovering over, as opposed to operating from a position of abundance and saying there's much to be learned here. We can draw up guidelines and guardrails to keep everyone safe and moving forward on the path, and not, absconding with trade secrets.